Hey everybody, and thanks for joining today on the Silver Dragoon Stacking channel. Appreciate your time and attention. I wanted to go over, instead of doing what everybody kind of is doing right now and telling you what you should and should not be stacking, I kind of wanted to just show you what I've been stacking over the last, I don't know, 3-4 weeks, when I've kind of been focused more on life things than YouTube things. But I've got a lot to show, a lot of things that I've completed, a lot of weird little things I've picked up, a lot of things that have deviated from what I would consider a stack versus a non-stack / collectible type item. So here we go. I would go through everything for you. It's going to be a little bit, so buckle up, grab a beverage or something, relax, and enjoy the show. Thanks for being here. Okay, so what am I primarily focused on accruing right now is probably fractional gold. So, and some of the items on your screen that you might see here, you might be like, well, Dragoon, some things that you're showing us are things that you've badmouthed and talked bad about forever. What are you doing? And to that, I say, you can't knock it till you try it. So I went ahead and just put my money where my mouth was. If I call something a collectible, I'll go ahead and collect some, right? So anyway, some of the fractional gold that I've been picking up are these IGR grammar, or these are half grams actually. So a couple half grams here. We've got the Dos y Media Peso. I actually picked up like 2 more of these. I just don't have them available right this moment. But quite a bit of pick up quite a bit of these Dos y Media, those pesos. They are 0.06 gold weight, average gold weight for each. I think they're a really cool design. I like the small size of them. I think they're a great fractional piece. I've got the 100 pieces of gold challenge as well that I'm trying to complete. And so these fractional pieces of gold really fit the bill here. And then we got these assay cards, which I just have like a pile of assay cards, in a rubber band at this point. So that's all they are. But yeah, these are really great. I love this. Again, I love these size. And the reason I pick up these is because there's types of fractional gold, right? We've talked about this, and I'm going to get into it a little bit. I don't really care. I think the conversation about Goldbacks, quite honestly, is kind of boring. But, Goldbacks are considered by some as a tradable, as in like there's something that's supposed to be bartered with, used as currency, et cetera, right? And I hear of quite a few different designs here. And I think Goldbacks are strictly a collectible form of gold. I don't even consider them part of my fractional gold stack. And that is because I don't see a world where you ever have a great chance of getting the raw gold weight premium back out of this. So, for instance, one of these half Goldbacks was purchased for $11. Let that sink in. And the point that I tried to make with these before is that nobody cares about really the price they pay for them, even though there's the exchange rate of like whatever it is, $10 per Goldback or whatever. Who knows? Who cares? But to me, it's just a collectible. Collect designs, have fun with them, put them in a billfold somewhere, and set them and forget them, right? Or put them in a display. This to me though is what I want. I want the tangible stuff, and the reason I'm getting stuff like these pre-33 and these Dos Peso and Dos y Media Peso is because the premiums I'm getting these for are typically 5% of spot or lower, sometimes spot or slightly under spot deals for these things. Anything that's like more challenging for an LCS to move, I typically find that I can find pretty good deals on. Sometimes I wait for even the online bullion dealers to throw up spot deals for, Dos y Media Pesos, or maybe the 2.5 or the $5, pre-33 Indian heads, which are my favorite. I actually just recently picked up a $5 Indian head as well, which is not on this video either, because once I've locked everything up, I just don't pull it all back out. But, what's my point here? Dragoon, what's your point? It's just, I don't care what anybody else says. I really don't. I listen. I acknowledge, I appreciate the commentary. I just don't listen to anybody else. I just do what I want to do with my money because I earned it, right? And I think that you honestly should do the same. People can make recommendations of what is stackable, what is not stackable. Like for me, I don't consider Goldbacks stacking gold. I see it as a collectible, commodity that is cool. But hey, you know what else about collectible commodities? Look at this. Hey, look what I completed, guys. I completed the entire 12-piece Queen's Beast. Now, anybody with an astute eye will see a disparity here. but I'll leave that for you guys to discern. But I finally completed my display of the 12 Queens Beast in the 2-ounce silver form. That's great. You know what? The thing about these are currently they hold a premium, a pretty nice premium, well above the spot price of silver. But there could be a time in the future where these no longer get a premium, that they're being, bought under spot, and it's considered a loss, from what they used to be. And I wouldn't consider that a failure. I wouldn't consider that a bad thing to stack. Again, I didn't stack this with the intent of being like, ooh, I got 22 ounces of silver for X number of dollar cost average pricing and blah, blah, blah. No, I look at it as I completed a collection for my collectibles that I can put in a safer or put on a display and enjoy, and my family can enjoy it. Other people that come to hang out can enjoy, to look at the cool designs. And you know what? If it retains its value, great. If it loses its premium value, who cares? Like, nobody cares. I got this for myself. And that's kind of how I would look at Goldbacks as well. But then when I go into other things, like let's move into some of the other stuff, right? To me, you also have bullion, right? We have these different types of things. We have these half-ounce Canada red tail hawk, cool design and everything like that. But who cares, right? It's just bullion at the end of the day. We've got these old silver trade units, the eagle with flag 1-ounce silver trade units. Really cool piece. I like these a lot. But at the end of the day, right? Eagle with flag there. There you go. A little bit better of a picture. Eagle with flag. Trade units. I think these are awesome. I really like the design of these. I like stacking them, but again, at the end of the day, to me, it's just bullion, 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 right? Kangaroos, milky, seductress kangaroos right here. Look at that. You know what? Again, to me, just simply bullion. I don't care about the dates. I don't care about the mintages. I don't care about any special mint marks. I don't care. It's just bullion to me. I'm just buying silver in that sense. Now, what's another collectible item that I like to get? Okay, I like to get $50. Now you're like, Dragoon, these things look like somebody was trying to, sand concrete. You know what I mean? And I feel you, brother. But why did I get these? Okay, well, it's a 1916 Walking Liberty. These, I do care about the mintages. I do care about the quality of them, right? So 608,000 minted of the 1916. That's how many are minted. That's not even including how many still remain in this world, right? After the great melts that keep happening. So 1916 Walker. I already have this one for my actual album, but this will be a nice piece to kind of just throw in the the nice little higher end rarer piece tubes. Barber. 1915 S Barber. I actually do not own this particular coin, and as far as I know, it is the last Barber essentially minted. 1.6 million. Again, did I pay the exact spot X face price for these? No, I paid a little bit more. Not much, honestly, but just a little bit more per coin. It is what it is. I'm okay. It's just like Goldbacks. I'm okay. Like buying you can buy these, by the way, Goldbacks, you can buy under exchange rate all day long. If you go to any of the forums where people are like, they're always selling. People are always selling Goldbacks. Nobody's ever really buying them. They're just all trying to offload their, their distribution allotment so they can get their money back, make some profit. But anyway, same thing with these types of coins, right? People buy these in big bulks, or they buy these in collections for underpriced, and then they mark them up. Again, it's not. I'm not saying one is good, one is bad. It's just you just gotta kind of like, for yourself, classify the things you're buying for yourself. I think we get too hung up on like, I have to dollar cost average. I have to find the best price. I have to do this. I have to do that. Nah, man. Buy what you want. Put your money into it. Like at the end of the day, spending money on this stuff, and gold and all that, it's better than me going and spending my money at a restaurant, or spending my money on a couple bottles of, high-end whiskey or whatever it might be, right? Yeah, experiences are nice and all, but you know what? I can do both. I can afford both. Now, the last thing I got is another thing that I've said, people probably don't listen to me anyway, but I said Goldbacks, I think that are just a beautiful collectible, and that's about it. All the markup prices, you guys can talk about the manufacturing process all you want, but there's already a competitor to Goldbacks. They've obviously figured out the manufacturing process. It doesn't warrant a 2x premium. The 2x premium is to cover the middlemen who are working as partners and distributors for the Goldback company to get these, to sell them to retailers or to sign up other prospective distributors or partners, and then they get even better discounts. So that it's just for profit margin for the people that are the salesmen, so to speak, in this ecosystem of Goldbacks. That's what you pay the markup for, and you just got to accept that. Okay, and they are pretty, they are nice. Okay, now the last thing I got, which I've said this as well. Again, if you guys listen to the words that come out of my mouth, copper. I don't think stacking copper is a great idea. I don't. However, why would I continue to buy copper? Well, here we go. Copper is beautiful. Copper is one of my favorite metals to look at. I love that color. But that's not why I bought it. I bought it because I thought these were cool, and really because I thought they were a good, fair price. These are copper bars. Maybe you can find them cheaper or not. Everybody wants to know, what did you buy? What did you pay for everything? Okay. This is 20 copper bars for $30. They're 1 ounce each. They have a nice design. And so they're $1.50 each. Okay. Not bad. I've seen people pay copper rounds. I've seen people purchase them for upwards of $10 an ounce. Now, what are you thinking? Am I trying to flip these and make a profit? No, not really. What I was thinking to do with these is I thought these would be cool little things to throw in. Let's say I did a sale or something like that, and somebody bought, a few ounces of silver or something from me. Well, I could throw one of these in as a thank you. I'm also considering these being part of my giveaways, throwing these into giveaways on the channel. Also, as like a community member, thank you and stuff like that. If I send out stickers and swag and stuff, I can go ahead and throw one of these in there as well. So to me, these are just an expense item. They're cool while they're here. They look nice. They're a nice little display. But at the end of the day, they are just a neat little thing to provide to the channel, and just to thank the community. Especially thank you for your patience while I haven't been making videos. But anyway, long story short, like I've said many times on this channel, like I just don't care. I don't care what other people are stacking, like in terms of like how it affects me. I don't care what other people think that I should be stacking. I don't care what other people think the price of silver is going to do. I kind of march to the beat of my own drum. I do my thing. I do my best to kind of articulate what I am doing. So if anybody feels like following what I'm doing, they can. I don't know the perfect road to success for everybody, and I'm not trying to give financial advice, and I'm not trying to tell you what you should and shouldn't do with your money. I am just giving you examples of what I'm doing and explaining why I'm doing it. And if it resonates with you, great. Hang out, leave a comment, let me know what you're stacking. But yeah, it's just, to me, it's an accrual game, guys. It's 2026. We're in a hyperinflation era. There's no world in which the United States debt ever gets anywhere close to a 1-to-1 ratio of its GDP. In fact, most of the GDP is generated from the government overspending anyways based on its own debt. So, like, let's be real with each other. The name of the game for me right now is to acquire assets. I don't care if it's land, stocks for specific businesses I believe in, funds of businesses, a business itself, real estate, it doesn't matter, gold, silver, collectibles, jewelry, art, fine art, it doesn't matter to me. I am accruing assets because I believe that these assets will continue to raise with or exceed the rate of inflation long term, and therefore it's a hedge against a failing economy, while also finding cool stuff to play with and enjoy. So anyway, I'm sure I've bored you. I appreciate your time. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next, guys. Bye.